Two big things happened this weekend. The first one was this week. Coming to America 2 dropped and started a social media war of those who felt like it was good. I enjoyed it. They brought back all my favorite characters. They explained what happened to Iman when she went barking out of the barbershop. They closed a lot of gaps for us, and it was good. And other people are like, "Are you fucking joking?"
Yeah.
I want to know what Ryan has to say.
Okay.
Go ahead, Ryan.
First of all, it was the biggest debate on Black social media since Sugar or Salt and Grits. I'll tell you. But my thing is, I don't think my opinion counts because I'm a writer. So as a writer, as a story writer, the story to me was great. It pulled it together. It's 30 years later. There's nothing else that yes. But here's the thing: there's nothing else they could have done. They couldn't have done it any better or any worse to me. And for the fact that it was PG-13, that's also they couldn't do the jokes that they did back in 1987 or 88. They had to stay within certain boundaries. Couldn't use certain terminology, can't use certain language, can't use. Everyone's got a stick up their butt now. So I enjoyed it. I rather enjoyed it. So
before we get to the nays, I would like to say my pros and cons are pros. I thought it had enough funny in it. I thought Wesley, Tracy, all the new characters, I thought they really held their own and they did good. I also felt like the message that at the end of it all, that a woman can be queen, that a woman is just as powerful and can be just as powerful in a royal family as a man, I think was a great point. My cons were, one, it was real Tyler Perry-ish. It was real punchy, real people running around corners and close-ups and all of that. And then my other con is that Eddie Murphy did a movie where there was 3 actors and a league of CGI animals. We couldn't get like a safari, or we couldn't get like just something. Give me a little one. We got one lion in the whole movie. So for me, but overall, I liked it a lot, and I would definitely watch it again.
Okay, so as the writer and storyteller, I wasn't here for this.
Really?
No.
Wow.
I honestly thought that his daughter should have went to America, and she should have gotten very involved with the gentrification that's happening in Queens, and got into this whole social aspect, and then met her American guy. And then there's a moment where somebody tries to pull up on her, and she does the whole Wakanda 2.0 fights, and that goes viral and all that kind of stuff. And that's how her father finds out, and they come and they get her, and then there's the whole back and forth, and it's like the same story all over again. We can still have the bossy situation where the sisters do the fight. I felt like Wakanda inspired that. So I'm like, please keep going with that. I would keep the Shari Headley kind of what she did at the end. I would keep all of that. Leslie Jones made the movie for me. I don't know why Lunel didn't get more shine. I do not like Jermaine Fowler. I don't know why he was in this movie. He was boring. What else? I expected Wakanda 2.0. I did. And I do feel like we got a Tyler Perry version of Coming to America. Even though it's a PG-13 rating, it's about rape. Rape took place, and rape is why that child is in the world. I don't know why we laughed at that. I don't know why this is even a thing that we're going to gloss over. Leslie Jones's character raped him, and that's how we got here. And I'm like, this is supposed to be funny. That was strange to me. Double standard. Someone needs to boycott this movie for that reason. And last but not least, even though I had all those issues, the cameos made it up for me, and there was even a point where I teared up at the end.
Hello, everybody.
hello.
Hey, call me, because Seth is about to get you. Okay, call you back.
I think that overall the visual of the movie was great.
Okay.
I did not like the shameless product placement. If I didn't see Bulgari, Puma, it was just literally in your face. I guess they're front loaded because maybe they didn't think the movie was going to make some money, so they ensured that it was going to get the money through the product placement. Also, as a writer as well, I would have started with a tribute to the mom, because the mom in real life died. So I would have picked up where she told him to go find your prince. princess, and then they would have started chasing back, and he went to go find the son and things of that nature. Because we really never dealt with what happened to her. She's just in a picture, kind of at the end.
Yeah.
So I would have brought that part into light. And to your point, I thought a lot of the fight scenes were very Wakanda-ish. Black Panther 2. Arsenio Hall looked like Stacey Abrams on crack.
He looked auntie the whole time.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, it just was. It had its moments, like you said. But
The one thing, the only question I had in the movie is what the hell happened to Eric LaSalle? I wanted to know what. I wanted to know what happened to Soul Glow. Like what? Because that was a big part of part one. I enjoyed it. Cecily, I get it. I understand. I didn't really think of the whole rape thing. I was just like, oh, the one thing I didn't like was the fact that, Leslie left Saturday Night Live because she was tired of being like called the big black ugly girl. And then the fact that she let Eddie call her a big black boar or big ugly boar, in the movie. I was like, okay, you left Saturday Night Live because they were making fun of you being a big black ugly girl, but you let, so, I mean, I still enjoyed it.
I was not here for that, especially like her energy. She's sweet and bubbly and lovable.
Yeah.
She may not be a supermodel, but I was just like, of all the girls that if that was to happen that night, like she had the best personality out of all those girls that night.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't you give it up to somebody that's fun?
Yeah, exactly. And in your defense, two things in your defense, and then one, I didn't like it. Still was real misogynistic. I mean, I do understand that that's where it's at today, the prince and the royal family and the king and all that. So I did like to spin on that, but I really didn't. So I'm gonna watch it again from with some of these new viewpoints, and then all our future branding partners. This is probably going to be our last episode now that we've trashed the black movie that came out. And so we just like to say that when we come up with a new title and a new show, we like you guys all Bulgari and Ciroc and the rest of you guys to come on board because we're not against branding, just not so upfront, not so on the nose. And speaking of branding, well, as we close out, speaking of branding, there's a lot of branding going on in Atlanta this weekend. That's inside and outside of the basketball arena, in the nightclubs and at the dance clubs. And so if you're out there, please have an amazing time, but be safe because basketball players are not the only ones that are missing the rims this weekend. D.L. Hughley posted a video of someone's brand new SUV on bricks because they warned y'all coming to Atlanta. They waiting on y'all because so somebody, whoever you are, that was driving that wonderful brand new SUV on whatever rims you used to have. Yeah, it's missing. They're gone.
They're on a Honda Civic somewhere in Bangor.
Somebody riding around right now in a 28 on a Chevy Cobalt. But on that note, man, we're hoping everybody having a wonderful week. I really, really enjoyed the news this week. Like I said, it was some really tough stuff. But at the end of the day, that's what we're here for. Because even though we're socially aware, we're really not trying to get distracted. So we thank you guys for tuning in to. And come back next week where we'll probably be here, or I'm not sure because, yeah, we might get pulled. Well, we don't have a network, so we're not getting pulled. We'll be here next week. Love you guys. Thank you guys.
Peace.
Peace.
Hilarious.